Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of First Look, Final Word, podcast where we take you along to see a movie with us. I'm Pete.
And I'm Trevor. Thanks for joining in, you murderers.
Is that your Benoit Blanc?
You know what? It's hard to go so complete with just one word.
Yeah.
I was finding I had to do foghorn leghorn for a bit to ramp myself up into it.
The only thing I do is I suspect foul play.
I suspect foul play.
I just did that to my wife and she just stared at me blankly.
Honestly, he's not even that good at it, so
that's fair.
We're seeing Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. When young priest Judd Duplessis is sent to assist charismatic firebrand Monsignor Jeffrey Wicks, it's clear that all is not well in the pews.
In the pews?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Nicely done on the pronunciation
of what?
Of that
which
name.
one?
Of that one of those names.
I've already forgotten.
Yeah, I just remember thinking I'm glad I didn't have to try that one.
I have no idea what this movie's really about. That was my first exposure to any hints. I've not watched any trailers or anything like that.
I am the same boat as you. I have no idea what this one's about. I don't even really know who's in this one, if I'm being honest. I know Jeremy Renner's in it. Because wasn't there a joke in the last one about Jeremy Renner's hot sauce or something?
Oh.
You remember that from Glass Onion? Or am I thinking
that's right. Yeah.
Was it his kombucha or something? I forget. There was a joke somewhere about Jeremy Renner's something.
I remember them talking about it near the bar.
Yeah, it might have been his kombucha.
Yeah. Or I think it was hot sauce because didn't it get in someone's eye? Someone put in their eye to look like they were crying.
Oh, I can't remember. Well, you can tell we've done a ton of research. Look,
yeah.
in run up to this, did you rewatch any of the previous Knives Out mysteries?
I watched both very recently, probably 2 months ago.
Oh wow, okay.
I was a little. I was not in my best form when I was watching them.
Okay, but I thought you were going to say underwhelmed, but you were just meant.
No.
You just meant you were wasted.
I really love the first movie.
Yeah,
I think
the first one's a masterpiece.
It's honestly it's as close to a perfect movie as you can get. I was a little disappointed by Glass Onion, but
really?
On a second and third watch, I've started to like it a lot more.
I guess I remember there being a bit of a letdown that people seem to get from Glass Onion, but I really loved Glass Onion when I watched it.
Well, I think just people. And when I say people, I'm including myself.
We're smart people, right?
Yeah, we're not kind of expecting it to be so different from Knives Out.
That's true. It's very different.
I do really kind of appreciate that. He took some big risks with it, and it's not just the same formula, copy and paste. It's got a completely different structure and motives and tone.
Yeah. That's why I'm very interested for this one. It's going to just flip it all again. I don't know how you do that, but I'm here for it.
Well, this one looks like...
I have faith in good old Brian.
I'm basically just judging from the poster. It looks like it's going for...
great based off the poster.
It looks like it's going for a darker tone, maybe.
Yeah, it seems that way.
There might be some supernatural elements to it or whatever. But no, I'm a huge Rian Johnson fan, and I as of this point, I love the Knives Out franchise.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, what's your feelings of the Knives Out mystery title? Because that always kind of bugs me. But I totally understand why they have to do it. But when they did Glass Onion and Knives Out mystery, I was like, doesn't make any sense. Just call it a Benoit Blanc mystery at this point, because you just reference in the first movie, which just seems weird.
I think a Benoit Blanc mystery would make a lot more sense, but I don't know. I guess
I'm not a marketing executive, so that's why. But I mean, it just bugs me. I don't know.
I think, Netflix paid $100 million for 2 Knives Out sequels, and they're like, we're getting 2 Knives Out sequels.
And we're going to call them Knives Out 2 and 3, basically.
And we're going to make so much money in the theaters for these 2 movies.
Oh, yeah. They're going to go gangbusters for the 4 days that we put them out.
Yeah. I want to put a pin on the Netflix thing, because I do really want to discuss it.
Okay.
I just wanted to give a bit of background on Knives Out.
Okay.
Because this is the last date night my wife and I had before COVID.
Oh, and it was the movies, you mean?
We went to the movies, and we went out to a bar and played pool, and then we saw a play. It's like we had a
Wow,
we had,
check you guys out.
we had a proper day out
My wife's not listening to this.
6 years ago. At this point now,
Still living up that one, eh, Trevor?
and so we were both just absolutely floored by Knives Out, and it kind of started us on like a big murder mystery kick that we're still on to this day. Like murder mystery are sort of our things to the point that I had to preemptively apologize and tell her that I was going to go see this movie.
Yeah, I think my
without her.
It's funny you say that because my wife, not to make this about our wives, but my wife's kind of the same. She loved this stuff, and same with us. We both got big into murder mystery stuff, and she got big into reading Agatha Christie novels.
Yeah, me too.
So many Agatha Christie novels. And yeah, she was kind of disappointed that she wasn't coming to see this one tonight. But it'll be on Netflix next week.
We should have planned better. We could have.
Well, I said that. I was like, we'll do like a double date, and you guys. But she flat refused to ever record for the podcast. So.
Okay. They could just
sit quietly in the back.
They could just drive a different car there.
Just like you hear a bunch of tutting and like sighs from the backseat. From my wife, anyway. Anyway, yeah, no, it's funny you say that because I'm exactly the same way. I'm a big whodunit fan. You even like what's
I like Poker Face.
What?
Is that what you're gonna say?
No, I was gonna go down the Kenneth Branagh route, but we don't have to do that.
Well, I'll say that I don't like his movies. I actually like.
You like his Poirot though, don't you?
No, I don't.
Oh, I thought you did. Sorry, I'm misremembering.
I think his Poirot is the worst part of those movies.
Well, I mean, I meant the movies. Yeah, his Poirot.
No,
is definitely not great.
I actively dislike his Murder on the Orient Express. I think it's
really?
I think it's a bad movie.
Oh, there you go.
I think his Death on the Nile is like a little better. His Haunting in Venice, I think, is a pretty solid movie.
Yeah, I didn't mind that one,
I think it's pretty good because he's off his game the whole time of that movie.
Right. Is that the one where the mustache gets a backstory? Was that the second?
Yes. Is it the second one or the third one?
Yeah, but I remember when they explained why he has a mustache. Like he needed to have an explanation
because he's such he's a ladies' man or whatever.
Well, I thought he was didn't he have like a war wound on his lip?
He has a war wound, but I think he got it from being a stud or something like that. Like I don't know. Like it's just like.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, we'll just let's leave that there then. Yeah, I'm glad you brought up that because I want to talk about Poker Face because I love that show.
I think it's really good, and I'm sad that Natasha Lyonne's not going to do the third season anymore.
Is she not?
Like it's like soft canceled right now.
Yeah,
They're looking for a new home.
It felt like it was a bit that way. I mean, I think it kind of like it's a tough one to sell. I think. Well, I really loved it, but I could see like how it didn't massively take off.
I think the first season is really quite a great season of television.
The first season was great,
but he stepped away from it in season 2, and that's why like it was
a drop off.
Well, like it got even more episodic, which like I'm not complaining about,
right.
But the mysteries got increasingly goofier.
Yeah.
And like I'm down for a goofy episode, but like they were clearly just going like, okay, this is the tone of the show now. It's like it's more shenanigan.
Yeah,
based.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Because I couldn't remember how I felt by the second season, but now you're saying that, I think I did remember that. I do feel that way.
I still think it's a good show, and like I love Natasha Lyonne.
Yeah, she's great.
I think she's amazing.
Except for like Fantastic Four, where she wasn't really in it at all.
It's bizarre how little she's in that movie.
I want to see the Fantastic Four movie with all the cut shit that she did back in it, because I'm sure there's a ton of it.
There's a full-on like sex scene in it. I'm sure.
The Thing.
And they're just like, how does
the things thing?
How does this work?
Yeah, I'd watch it. I don't care.
But so like I'm a pretty big Rian Johnson fan.
We have to be careful with that, Trevor. We're gonna get some people mad, right? Don't bring up The Last Jedi.
I'm a person who, and I'll put my cards on the table. You can stay back like a coward.
I'll just edit it out.
I both really like The Last Jedi and understand why people don't like The Last Jedi. Is that an okay middle of the road position?
Well, it's that part of the road where I stand, so I'm on board with you. I actually really like that movie, but I feel like it's not worth getting into. We don't want to turn this into a Star Wars podcast. So
now I do think it's sort of hurt things for other movies down the road.
Yeah, the way I see it is I don't blame Rian Johnson for why that trilogy doesn't work, and I don't think that he made a bad movie, but you can definitely argue that it's not a good Star Wars sequel trilogy movie. But I don't think they really knew what they wanted to do with those. But anyway, that's a different conversation.
I would say like it's just like it is the empire of that trilogy. They just didn't have a Return of the Jedi. They didn't have anything.
They did. Did you not see it?
Well, you know what? I guess like they sort of had 10 times more of a Return of the Jedi than Return of the Jedi, which is a problem.
Yes.
They just didn't have a creative voice guiding it through.
They definitely didn't.
I'm not someone who thinks like they had to have the trilogy all figured out along the way, but the fact that they overcorrected for the third one,
yeah, that was the problem. I think.
It hurts it in retrospect.
Yeah.
Now we were talking about Star Wars.
Yeah. Anyway, to bring it back, I don't think I've seen a bad Rian Johnson movie.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say it. I like pretty much everything I've seen him do.
I like Brick a lot. I love Looper.
Yeah.
And I love all the Knives Out movies. What else are we missing there?
Didn't he do one Brothers something? I never saw it.
Brothers something.
Brothers Bloom or something? I don't know.
Brothers Grimm?
No,
he didn't do that one.
No, not that one. There was another one he did. I'll do some quick Googling. You talk about Rian Johnson for a bit.
I could, yeah. I listen to his wife's podcast all the time.
Who's his wife?
Karina Longworth. She's like a film historian podcaster. I've mentioned her before. Her podcast is You Must Remember This. She does like Hollywood history stories and stuff.
Right.
But she's really good. She does like 10 episodes a year, but they're incredibly well researched. And then she'll pick like a theme or whatever.
The Brothers Bloom, that's what I said.
The Brothers Bloom. Okay, yes. Well, I'm sorry, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it was an older one. It was like 2008, but it was after Brick. I heard it was very good, but I never watched it.
So right before Looper, then I imagine, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a blind spot for me.
Looper was 2012. This was 2008.
Wow. Anything else we missed in there?
Terriers. Oh, that's TV thing. Yeah, he's done tons of like little things here and there, but no, I think that was the.
Well, he's a big dork. That's what I appreciate about him. Like he loves genre,
right? I didn't realize he was a producer on Three Body Problem.
Well, there you go. What would his producer even mean?
I don't know.
We're both Rian Johnson fans. The internet loves him, so we're gonna score a lot of points for that.
I think a section of the internet loves him. I'm pretty sure.
What is Brothers Bloom about?
No, I don't know.
Oh, you don't have.
I just turned it off.
You don't have to look it up. It's fine. I thought you'd seen it.
No, I haven't seen it.
I
just remember hearing it was very good, and I knew it was a blind spot for me of his that I hadn't seen. So
that's not the Jonathan Rhys-Meyers one, is it? Is that what I'm thinking of?
I don't know.
Maybe I'm thinking. No, look it up. You don't have to look it up.
Screw it. I'm going to look it back up.
You don't have to look it up, Pete.
No, I want to know about it now.
We got to keep the podcast moving along.
Yeah. Okay. Should we move on then?
So we're both big Knives Out fans. I love Daniel Craig doing that crazy Foghorn Leghorn voice of his. It's very funny. It makes me laugh.
Yeah. So I'm also interested in the. I feel like every movie is very specific fashion sense. The first one was very like knit sweaters and tweed, and the second one was like beachwear and crazy stuff.
You can't beat the fashion in the second one.
The second one, I think the stuff in the first one though, it's very like cozy.
But I mean just for visuals on the screen.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Just like watching Kate Hudson walk down that pier in that opening scene is just like some incredible filmmaking.
Oh man, I feel like I should have rewatched them. I love both those movies so much.
Yeah, like the second one definitely has some COVID problems.
Yeah, that's fair.
But pretty damn good for a COVID movie, I'd say.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, looking forward to it. So let's move on to our project.
Sure, yeah. So our Last Action Heroes project is now complete. So if you're looking for more of that, I apologize. Although you might not be too disappointed with this movie this week.
Yeah, we kind of bridge the gap here.
It's a nice segue, I think. It's a nice segue movie because we're moving into Christmas themed movies now. I don't think we ever settled on
I thought we said Weird Christmas.
Weird Christmas or Alternate Christmas or something. Alt Christmas.
Alt Xmas.
Alt Xmas. Oh, we're so
yeah, we're so
edgy.
We're so alternative.
I know, right? Jeez. Yeah, so the first movie of this one is Lethal Weapon.
Yeah,
which is a good shout, and I always forget this is a Christmas movie.
Yeah,
because I think it's because there's no snow in it, basically.
I don't know how people like live in Los Angeles.
It's crazy.
There's just
It's
no
like
snow
it's not
there.
Christmas.
There's no snow there at all.
But then, but like rewatching it, it's like it starts off with the Christmas song, and it's all very like Christmassy.
We see
I was like, this is a Christmas movie,
we see multiple versions of A Christmas Carol playing on TV.
right? Yeah,
Well, just both the Bugs Bunny one and the
Warner
one from
Brothers one, yeah.
one from the 40s.
Right. There's lots of Christmas trees.
Lots of Christmas tree. Yeah, they're at like a Christmas tree cocaine
I guess it's not
deal.
really a farm, right? In the middle of LA, it's more like
Yeah,
it's more like a car park
lot,
where you, well, it's
yeah.
more like a car lot where you sell them. Yeah, featuring Anthony Kiedis' dad.
Oh, really?
Did you know that? He
No.
plays one of the drug dealer guys in that parking lot. What's his name? Dickie or something? I forget. I remember from when I read his autobiography years ago.
Was
Yeah.
he one of the ones that got wasted?
I think they all got wasted. Didn't
No,
they?
no, one
Oh,
guy
no,
did. One guy didn't get
got
wasted.
right. I can't remember which one he is. I don't know if he's the main guy, but yeah, I know he's one of them. I always forget which one though. But yeah, there's a bit of trivia for you. Blackie, I think, not Dickie. One of those. I don't know.
Well, and like this is primarily a Christmas movie because it's about found family and
It is.
having an excuse to have someone come over for dinner at the end of the movie.
Exactly.
Basically.
Not killing yourself. Because Christmas can be very depressing, as we all know. What's it called? Isn't like, what do they call it? The day that's like the highest suicide rate of the year. It's like,
Isn't that Blue Monday?
Blue
But
Monday,
isn't that in
that's
February?
I thought it was like right after Christmas.
Well, February is kind of right after Christmas. I don't
Well,
know.
let's go with that. It makes me sound less stupid. Anyway.
Well, this is definitely the sad part of Christmas, and I think we're only doing 3 movies, but 2 out of the 3 are kind of hitting some low notes here.
We'll see. I full disclosure, I love Christmas movies. I know it's kind of lame to love Christmas movies sometimes, but I love pretty much all of it. I mean, I'm not going to go so far as to say like I watch all like the Hallmark rom-coms that they birth out every December.
Did you watch Hot
I
Frosty?
did watch Hot Frosty.
Oh, I haven't.
Last year I watched it. And I don't usually watch stuff like that, but my wife said, "Oh, let's put Hot Frosty on as a gag." And it actually was fine.
That's what everyone did, like pretending they don't actually just want to watch Hot Frosty.
Watch Hot Frosty. I mean, he was a Hot Frosty. I'll give you that.
It's Ted from Schitt's Creek, right? Or
Yes.
am I wrong? Okay. Is it Ted?
Yes, it's one guy. I think he's in Schitt's Creek. Yeah, the guy. Yeah. I think his name's Ted. I think you're right. Yeah,
Okay.
the guy who's a dentist or whatever, right?
He's a vet.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
close enough.
Well, he's not.
Yes, that's who he was.
He's not a dentist in Hot Frosty. Is he? Did he get like a medical degree in that time?
He's a freaking snowman.
I know, but I assume he learned a lot. I watched a couple
I don't
scenes.
think he learns that much. He
online.
just walks. It's just like the fish out of water thing. He just walk around and be like, "Oh, I'm a snowman," but I'm hot.
I feel like I could pinpoint in a crowd which person used to be a snowman. I feel like they stick out like a sore thumb.
I mean, I guess. But if he's got a 6-pack and no shirt on,
But does he have a corncob pipe the entire time?
does not have a phone call. But he does have a scarf though. Nice scarf.
Okay. I'm suspicious of everyone who wears a scarf. Like I think this is just a snowman.
It's like, why you got a pipe? Anyway, so yeah, we're not here to review Hot Frosty, but give it a watch.
maybe we should
We'll
have.
do that. Maybe we'll do that next week.
So my wife watched Lethal Weapon with me
Oh,
last
she did.
night.
I tried to get my wife to watch it, but she wasn't super interested.
She had said that she'd seen it before with her dad on TV like back in the day.
Yeah, right.
And as we're watching the movie, she said, I realized that I've never seen this before.
Oh, really? Nice.
So I think she'd just seen one of the sequels because she's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
she knows that Riggs has a dead wife and she knows that Murtaugh says, I'm too old for this shit.
Everybody knows that.
But then basically everything else in the movie was a surprise for her.
Yeah, I feel like my memory is a bit like that sometimes when I try and think about Lethal Weapon, because I feel like the sequels really muddied the waters because they're quite different from the first one.
Well, I really love this franchise.
Yeah, I do too.
watched it a lot. Like the one I have a trouble with is 3. I for the life of me cannot remember what that one is about aside
I
from
couldn't tell you what it's about.
Joe
either.
Pesci's character being introduced.
Yeah, which
there.
is a choice for sure.
But I remember 2 really well and I remember 4 very well.
Right.
Like 3, he like tears down someone's house with his car or whatever.
They kind of blurred together for me, other than the first one.
Yeah. No, 2 is like the diplomatic immunity one.
You're right.
And
Diplomatic immunity.
It's just been, yeah. And then four's the one with Jet Li.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
With it's such a great fight scene at the end of that movie. But I really, really like this first movie. I think it's
so good.
Like watching Cobra, this is what Cobra was trying to do.
Yeah, I think that's a very fair assessment.
And like right off the bat, what it's doing better is it gives that like crazy cop archetype more of a straight man to like play off of.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So like instead of just Cobra being like
he's a maverick.
He's like a cool psycho maverick
right.
who everyone was just like, you gotta play by the rules, Cobra. There's like
that was a line from the movie.
Probably. they were pitching.
You're a wild card.
They were pitching straight down the middle with that one.
Yeah.
Well, they have a character who says like, hey, can you step over here for a second? What the hell is wrong with you? And like that, like Riggs would be insufferable if he did not have Murtaugh there saying like, you know what? Stop being such a psychopath.
Right?
Stop murdering people.
Like I have at the beginning of the movie, nobody believes it. It's like he's just putting it on.
I guess like he's just going after that sweet psychopath.
What was that early retirement
suicidal money.
I do love though how like they really do show that he's not just like a crazy maverick, like special forces psycho. It's like this guy's struggling with some real shit here, and we're not going to shy away from showing you.
Well, the scene in his trailer where
so heartbreaking.
He's watching the Bugs Bunny Christmas Carol, and then like it spends like 2 minutes of him contemplating blowing his brains out. Like
it's crazy. The fact that they would like spend so much time in showing that stuff. That's what I mean. I feel like that's like. It's so important and it makes such a big difference because they didn't need to show that. They could just have him like whacking himself in the face and be like, whoa, whoa, let's get crazy and jumping off buildings. But it's like, that's a real, like, no, actually, this guy's struggling with like real emotional shit here.
Yeah. And like, full credit to both Richard Donner, who I think is like very well keyed into this sort of material, but then also Mel Gibson. I will praise him as an actor rather than not a person. This is like his like big Hollywood breakout.
Yeah,
it's not his first American movie, I don't think.
Well, and I think it was a very good like showcase for like this is Mel Gibson. He's like full strength, like showing you all of his skills.
Like he is intense and like raw emotions.
But like charming and super great screen presence, and it's just like he just works totally well for him.
I remember as a kid, I was surprised to learn that he was Australian. Like I literally had no idea.
I remember that too.
But this one, you can hear his Australian accent slipping sometimes.
When you listen out for it, you could definitely hear sort of. He wasn't as sharpened at this point in his career,
but like. Pretty good, all things considered, but I could definitely hear that accent coming through.
Yeah.
Danny Glover, though, I think is really like the heart of the movie. Like
he's so good in this.
He's really, really great.
It's crazy that I looked it up, and he was only actually 4. He was younger than me when he made this movie.
Yeah, so he's playing 10 years older than he is.
He's playing 50, and he's actually 40.
And like he's playing an old 52. He's
all right.
He playing
does it really well. I wondered if they put some extra salt and pepper in his beard.
They might have, yeah. Do you think that was a real beard?
I don't know. I was looking at it when, like, even the very first scene when he's like in the bath. I was like, I'm not sure if that's real. He doesn't look that old.
It's funny how
he's younger and in better shape than I am.
How familiar I am with this movie. I never really questioned this. My wife said, "Why is his whole family coming to the bath? This is so strange."
I had the same exact reaction because it never really bothered me in the past. But I was watching it and I was like, "That is so weird that his entire family, plus his like teenage daughter,
he gives everybody
rocking up into the bath and just hanging out." I'm like, "That is weird." I'd be like, "What are you doing? Come out, start the cake when I've got some pants on."
There were some bubbles in there, I guess, but there was plausible deniability that you didn't see his wang. But it was.
They didn't shy away from showing some skin in this movie, though.
Yeah, it's very true.
It's a proper, like, that's why I think it's good, because we could have easily done this movie for our Last Action Heroes.
Well, we thought about doing a Mel movie, right? Like, well,
this is like a great action movie.
It's really good. Like, it honestly, this, like, the last one I watched was Passenger 57, which is like an okay movie, and like
it's fine.
Like this one really just checks all the boxes. Yeah. Like, well, and especially like for the buddy cop movie,
this is the quintessential.
Like it just completely nails it. And like, I don't know if I'm just a sap, but like, I totally buy into the fact that they developed an unlikely friendship.
Yeah.
Because like the
It's
movie,
like part of the family by the end, man. It's just like, this so nice.
it really makes you, it really earns it, I think.
Yeah, it does. It does. And I think that's why it works so well. Maybe it was just because it was like, it hadn't been done to death when they made it, but I don't know, it just seems like it just works perfectly. And there's been plenty of movies that have tried to emulate it and have not done a successful job.
Well, I'd say like also The Last Boy Scout kind of tries to do the same sort of thing.
Basically, right?
Like they sort of flip the races.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what it is. I mean, they're both Shane Black scripts as well, so I guess there's a bit of that. But yeah, I mean, this is a great Shane Black movie.
Well, like, and this is like, you see so many of his subsequent movies try to do kind of the exact same thing. Like even Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is doing it a little bit.
True. I mean, I guess he found what he likes to write, and he writes it well.
Yeah. Did he have much involvement in the sequels?
I don't know about that, you know.
So I think Donner directed all four, right?
Did he? I didn't even know that.
Well,
that surprises me.
Now I'm doubting myself.
Well, I have no idea. So
I feel like I saw all four Lethal Weapons when I looked at Donner's filmography before.
Really? Well, fair play to him.
He got 1.5 Superman movies, 4 Lethal Weapons, and a Goonies.
He's like, I know how to make a lethal weapon. I'll do that.
Yeah. But no, I like this movie. Like the plot seems more complicated than it actually is. It's just like
it's pretty straightforward, right?
CIA is involved in drugs, right?
Basically,
and like they have to take down this criminal enterprise that's sort of like out of their league.
Yeah.
But like out of Murtaugh's league, I guess. Right. Like he would be done.
He's too old for this shit.
He was too old for this shit.
He was very much so.
He
stayed too old for that shit though for 3 more movies. So.
I had a question about like how, like, you know, they traced who owned that apartment and they went to that apartment and then there's a guy with a gun there and they shot him. Was that a bit of a setup to be an endpoint to the investigation? Or was it always like, this person is a sex worker, no one's actually going to look into this more than thinking that she killed herself?
I mean, it's a good question. I mean, I don't know if everything that happened is like ironclad, well thought out. So yeah, maybe it's a bit more...
Maybe I'm looking at... Maybe. I was just asked, because like they killed that guy near the pool or whatever. Was that like, you know, someone setting up, playing them like pawns, like saying like,
okay,
well, we see that they're on the trail, let's have like a fucking crazy guy there.
Like they're playing 3D chess with them or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe. I feel like if they're going to go that route, though, they would have made it a bit more like obvious that was happening.
Well, like these operatives are kind of stupid, to be honest. Like, because they're sort of just like...
That's what I mean. There's lots of things happening in this movie where I'm like, that doesn't seem like something that a reasonable person would do in that situation.
If they just like pulled out of the whole thing and said like, we're just gonna skip this shipment and lay low for a while, then everything would have been fine.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like, what a reasonable drug dealer would do.
Like flying a helicopter over some guy's like daughter's funeral and then assassinating him. Like that's only gonna draw more attention to yourself.
It makes for some great action scenes, though, Trevor. It's like the whole scene where he goes to get his daughter back, and it's like, their plan is like, Riggs will just hang back with a sniper. I was like, that's your entire plan? You're going to pull a grenade out of your pocket and hopefully have Riggs as a sniper? Like, how are you expecting this to ever go well? And I mean, maybe they weren't, and they were just like, whatever, we'll do a Hail Mary. But
honestly, it should have worked, except like the general who was in charge of the operations was also just hiding in the bushes too, somewhere nearby.
Right behind him. That is a good point. But what would they like? He was just going to shoot them all, and hopefully the door's not going to get caught.
It was a pretty sloppy play. Like they were willing to take some losses on that plan.
I think literally was just like, I'm just happy for everyone to get blown up.
Yeah, like it was a pretty messy plan. Like him just like throwing the smoke grenade and saying to his daughter, like, get in the car.
Right, and just drive away, and hopefully the helicopter will get you.
She would be justifiably like shocked at everything that's happening and maybe not be able to escape. Or like if I was the bad guys, I might just shoot her.
Yeah. Terrible plan is what I'm saying.
Not a good plan.
It all worked out in the end, though.
I don't think Riggs was like a tactician.
No, neither of them were apparently.
Yeah, like, well, I'm gonna give Murtaugh a bit of a break because he's just like, a sergeant in the
It's true.
LAPD.
Yeah, he wasn't ex-special forces or anything.
Yeah.
Although he was a vet, right? Wasn't
Yeah,
he?
he was a vet, but like, yeah, he wasn't
He wasn't.
he wasn't the best of the best.
No, he wasn't.
He's just like a regular family guy who was in
Yeah.
Vietnam. And yeah, by the way, I did not remember how much of a Vietnam movie this is.
No, that's a good point, right? Which I guess makes sense.
This is more of a Vietnam movie than it's a Christmas movie. I think.
There you go.
Like, I think this is pretty well in the same category as First
Yeah, I was
Blood.
gonna say it's like Lethal Weapon, First Blood.
Because like both like
Dealing with PTSD from now.
yeah,
That's
like-
what these movies are about.
like he doesn't know how to be normal in society, but like he also has a dead wife, so it's a bit of a hat on a hat.
Yeah, I guess so.
But like you have this whole like intelligence apparatus that doesn't know how to move on from losing
Right.
the war, so then they're like, all right, let's just become
And they have
drug
to
dealers. That
fight
sounds
against
good.
the corrupt system that is doing some nefarious stuff.
Yeah.
There you go.
Anything else kind of strike you on this watch?
The one thing I did realize on this watch, it might have been because I was digging into it on the IMDb, is that this is the second Christmas movie I watched this week that has a Peter McAllister in it. Do you know the general's name is Peter McAllister?
No.
Yeah.
I know they called him General McAllister. I must have missed it.
Literally, his name is Peter McAllister. And I was like, Peter McAllister, like the guy from Home Alone?
Are you Mr. McAllister? Yes, the Mr. McAllister who smuggles heroin.
I mean, I explained why he had such a nice house, I guess.
But that was in like a Chicago suburb, though.
Yeah, that's not, you got plastic surgery. And
I guess he doesn't shit where he eats. You know, he basically has the same haircut. He's just
that's what I mean. He, got a
has
bit,
his
he
hair.
didn't really die. He got a bit of plastic surgery and just like went out and started a family.
I know that actor pretty well from Liar Liar. Like he's the
He's
the head partner or whatever of the law firm.
Right.
And he's just like a pretty well-known character actor.
Yeah.
But Gary Busey's the
I was
real.
gonna say we haven't really talked about Gary Busey at all. We can't not talk about Gary Busey. I mean, we already had him in Under Siege.
Oh yeah, I was
recently.
trying to think like what recently we did.
Yeah, where he was
And, like-
where he was like cranked up to the max with his Gary Busey.
Well, and here
this one he's pretty.
He's just like he's regular psychopath, like
Yeah.
which I feel like is pretty like baseline Gary Busey.
Yeah, he's like toning it down even. He wasn't like prancing around in women's clothing.
That was the best.
So-
I love him in this movie too. This is Gary Busey like heyday, and
Yeah.
he's in Point Break like
True. Yeah.
like a few years after Under Siege or whatever.
And like
So
that
this
fight,
is-
that fight at the end, like you believe that him and Mel Gibson could have it out like that.
Well-
Duke it out on the lawn in the rain.
I also believe that a group of cops would say like, "Yeah, fucking murder him." At the end of it, like it seems like it's totally blown out of proportion, but like that is totally that is
Reasonable, right? Yeah.
completely what would happen, especially like a late '80s LAPD, like 3 years
And
before
this
the
time-
Rodney King
And
riots.
when I watched it this time, I love that they made very specifically like over the radio. She was like, "Oh, Sergeant Murtaugh has got full authority until like this other captain gets there."
Yeah, they're
And then
like,
he's like, "I'm in charge. I take full responsibility." And I was like, "Okay, they're like ticking their boxes to say like, this is why they're just letting these guys fight on his
Just, like,
football."
letting them blow off steam. But you know what? I do think that fight's very symbolic of him overcoming his demons or whatever. Like, I don't know. Like it does work for me. Like you just have to separate the fact that like
feral.
like 80s and 90s movies, like cops are just like for the bad guys, and like you just have to just
Doesn't
like
matter what they do.
you just have to divorce yourself from like any kind of reality at all.
It's like all cops, good cops.
Yeah. But no, I'm unabashedly a fan of this movie.
It's a great
and
movie.
This franchise.
It's funny that two of the best action movies ever made are Christmas movies.
This and Jingle All the Way. Is
Yeah.
that what you mean?
Exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth.
And The Thing. You can't forget
The
about that.
Thing. Is The Thing a Christmas movie?
We've been over this. It's definitely a Christmas movie.
Right. It's a tree. There's a Christmas tree at one point, I think.
I don't think so.
I was trying to help you out.
No. I went over this on, I think it's our Aquaman 2
Yeah, we talked about this thing
Episode
at one point, didn't we? I'm pretty
that
sure
I
we
think
did.
The Thing's a Christmas movie because it's snowy outside.
It is very snowy.
And you're stuck inside with a bunch of people that you don't want to be around.
Right.
I.e.
Drinking a
your
lot of alcohol.
your extended family and like multiple people are monsters.
Yep. And there's a lot of big bushy beards.
That's not really my Christmas
Well,
experience. but-
Santa.
Oh, that's true. Okay, I didn't see where you were going. I thought like just a lot of bearded gentlemen in
A
your
lot of-
extended
a lot of big
family.
bellies, like a bowl full of jelly.
Except for Wilford Brimley is like
he
clean
doesn't-
shaven in that movie.
Well, he's the only one that's.
But there's
I was going to say it's the only same one, but that's actually the opposite.
yeah, well,
We should just turn this into a thing spoiler special now.
well, we already said Wilford Brimley doesn't have a beard, so we pretty much spoiled the whole
true.
movie.
Spoilers for the thing.
I can't remember if the second one's not a Christmas movie, right?
The second
It's
Lethal
not,
Weapon?
Yeah, it's not like 1 year later.
It's like, how can the same shit happen to the same
Oh my
on Christmas?
Oh, that's the worst line of all time. And it's one of the worst line readings of all time. Like, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, no, it's not great. But I like that movie.
I love it. What else to say about this one?
I don't know, yeah, we're kind of like, we've gone through it quite a bit. Are we missing anything? You know what I was going to talk about? I don't know why, but this movie gave me a fear of pool covers.
Well, yeah.
Because, and like, there's the main thing. I think I watched it when I was too young, maybe, but it's like the main thing I remembered from this movie for so long was that guy falling in the pool and like just being enveloped in that covering. And I still get like.
Otherwise, he would have made it.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't know why they tried to save him so hard. He's trying like 4 times, but like that like really messed me up, and I still have a fear of pool covers.
How do you feel about Unbreakable? It's got a similar scene.
But that one, I don't know why. It just hit me. I think it's the way it just kind of just envelops him.
Maybe you have a fear of being shot 4 times, then falling into a covered pool.
It does explain my fear of Gibson too.
So, and like, I don't think this doxes you, but you have a pool in your backyard.
I know. That's why my pool only goes 4 foot deep.
Yeah. Are you nervous walking around it in the wintertime?
No, it's not, because that's the thing, because that cover, and it's probably not a real cover because it seems so dangerous, because I feel like covers these days, they wouldn't really do that. But when I'm like messing around near my pool and it's got a cover on it, I do sometimes feel like if I fall in there, it's going to be like that scene from Lethal Weapon.
Why the hell is there even a cover on that pool? They live in LA.
That's what I mean. It's like, you close down your pool for the winter. It's like, it seems kind of stupid.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess it is. I guess it is like
it must get
December.
It must get a little cold. I've never been to LA in the winter, so I couldn't tell you. But
probably still
maybe it's just a heat cover. Like, I have a heat cover. It keeps the heat in, so you don't have to keep heating it.
What is a heat cover? Is it just like create like a greenhouse gas effect with your pool?
It just stops evaporation and stuff, and I don't know. It's science, isn't it? Like heat transference.
It's science, isn't it?
I can't tell you why, but it's like bubble wrap. You put it over the top of your pool, and it stops the heat from leaving you.
Then you get to pop it too.
Well, you shouldn't, but yeah, you should if you wanted. It's like fucking expensive bubble wrap.
All right, so do we want to give a little bit of a preview of the rest of the month so people can watch the movie?
I guess we're going to hold ourselves to it. The weather's been thankfully better today, so we didn't have to cancel.
Yeah, let's try our best, anyways.
Yeah. So what are we going to do next week?
Next week we're going to do Black Christmas, right? We're going to do. Is it the remake of Silent Night, Deadly Night is coming out?
So I know we're doing that. We're supposed to be doing that. I think that's next week, right?
Yeah, and so for that, we're going to do the original Black Christmas, the Canadian slasher film from the 70s. And in my opinion, one of the best slashers still to this day.
And a movie I have not seen.
I love this movie, Pete. So
I know you were quite excited to get that one on the docket.
Well, come prepared to heap praises on it, or come prepared to have an argument. Is what I'll say.
It's going to be like
it's like a stop making sense.
Stop making sense episode.
Thanks.
Trevor just like is grumpy the whole ride.
You will like this movie. There are things that might seem like a cliche now because
they've been done to death.
Well, like this movie just did it so successfely that multiple movies have copied it. But it's really great. One of the best killers of all time. Still in my opinion.
Well, it's high praise, Trevor. Don't hype me up too much.
And it's got Margot fucking Kidder in it.
Just sold.
Connecting to our Superman series. So
all right. Well, I'm looking forward to watching that this week. But anyway, yeah, that's for next episode. We still got a whole half of this episode to worry about. And
then we're doing the new Avatar movie.
Yes, that's coming out soon.
Is it called Santa Claus? What is this?
No, it's called Santa Claus the Movie.
Santa Claus the Movie, right? Like the motion picture, because it's the Selkirks, right?
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that one.
I'm looking forward to that one. Dudley Moore.
Yeah. Imagine,
Jonathan Lithgow, like, come on now.
imagine people are just like tuning in to hear about our take of Avatar, like for the first time. Then we're just talking about
We
Santa
spent
Claus,
like
the movie.
30 straight minutes talking about the classic that is Santa Claus the movie.
We're just talking about how Dudley Moore was somehow an A-list movie star and a sex symbol for some reason.
Yep. The best movie elf ever.
The 70s and 80s were a weird time. How was
wild,
Dudley
man.
Moore was so famous? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, because you've not seen this movie, that'll just change your whole opinion on him.
There we go. Well, I have seen both Arthurs. Anyways, if you are new to the podcast, Pete and I, we've arrived at the theater. We're gonna go in and watch what movie? What's it called?
A Knives Out. Wake Up Dead.
Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery.
Get it right.
We're gonna come give you our immediate reactions to the movie, giving you lots of warning before we head into spoiler talk.
Yes, we won't tell you who done it until spoilers, so don't worry about that.
Maybe it's Blanc.
Oh, that'd be a nice twist. I think
That-
it's Jeremy Renner.
That would suck.
Jeremy Renner with the kombucha in the kitchen.
Is he? He's not playing himself, is it?
No, I don't think so. It'd be
It's like
amazing if he
Julia
was.
Roberts playing Julia Roberts.
All right, yeah.
All right, well, wish us
Here we
luck,
go.
everybody.
Yeah, don't go anywhere, guys.
All right.
All right, we're going.
Well,
Well,
I'm not going to do Tom Waits.
fair enough.
Maybe I'll try
Yeah.
later. Maybe I'll try later.
Yeah, okay. If you're feeling up to it.
Would you cut it out if it was bad?
No.
Or would you keep it in? Okay.
Just keep dropping
It's a
it
lot
in.
of- it's a
Just
lot
keep
of
dropping it
pressure.
in at random.
I've done Waits at karaoke before.
Oh, really?
And it's gone
That's
well.
pretty brave.
But it is brave because your voice has to really,
Yeah.
you have to really hit it.
Yeah.
And sometimes if I go too hard on the gravel, then I just start coughing. And then obviously that's going to ruin the song.
Oh, I hope you do that.
Okay. Maybe
Sure.
that's like maybe it's a Patreon thing or at some point.
Easter egg.
Just karaoke. What would you
First
do?
like final karaoke.
Yeah, it would be final karaoke.
First and ever karaoke.
Wake up, dead man. That's the name of this. That's the name of
Yes.
this picture.
Wake up, dead man. Are we going? Are we started?
I assume we were recording. We're recording.
We are
right?
recorded. Yeah, we just never really enjoyed it.
What a picture.
What a picture.
I
And
love.
Rian Johnson's done it again.
I don't know if you're being serious, but
I am being serious.
I loved this movie.
I loved it too.
I
It's
thought
like 3-3 with these Knives Out movies, man. I can't believe it.
Yeah, it's it's really great, and there were some elements that I think are easy to guess, but the way that they all fit together still
Yeah.
pleasantly surprised me.
Yeah, and that's saying something. That was kind of my concern. Like when we're coming up about, I think I mentioned about like how they're going to keep this one fresh again, especially with the amount of like these whodunits and these murder mystery movies.
Yeah,
And he really, I think, tackled it in a really smart way by like addressing that, which I think is
Well,
always the best.
yeah.
Always the best way to handle things like that, and then also keeping those elements in and making it a bit like surprising and I think he really stuck the landing again, which I'm always concerned, like when I'm like, oh, he's coming towards the end and I don't know how he's going to wrap this up and I'm really scared that it's going to ruin the movie. but he didn't, and he stuck the landing, so I was happy.
yeah. I think that this might be Daniel Craig's best performance. He's
Oh, really?
so good in this movie for a character that you've seen twice before.
That's really easy because I
and
thought he
he's-
really toned it down in this one.
Well, but that's what I really like about it.
Yeah.
Because
There's less foghorn leghorn.
it like the accent I think is coming more naturally.
Yeah,
and
it definitely sounded less comical.
this is a Benoit Blanc who is not taking joy in it anymore. And has kind of matured a little bit,
Yeah.
realized why he's doing it, and
fair.
questioning his own motives. There's a lot of layers to this Blanc that I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
And great acting all around. I think
Man, it was absolutely stacked with the cast. Like,
it was like
I'd purposely forgotten who was casting it, and then I kept being like, "Oh, I forgot he was casting it! Like that's amazing to see Jeffrey Wright show up." And
well, I don't think I
Michael
ever
Scott shows up. I'm like, what the?
I don't think I ever knew that Jeffrey Wright was in this, but
No, I don't think I did.
at one point I definitely knew that Brolin was in it, but I was so surprised to see him, and I went, "Oh, that's right."
He was so good in this. I
Yeah.
loved his performance in this.
Back-to-back Brolin weeks
Yeah,
for us.
back to back with decent Brolin performances.
And he had already with No Country, right? He was already aging into, the actor he should be, but he's really aging into the actor he should be
Yeah, he's
now.
definitely found his groove. Not that he ever really needed to. He's always been very good.
And probably playing, I would say, 10 or 15 years older than he actually is.
Yeah.
Because actually, you know what? I'm not going to go too much into that
because it loves to tiptoe around the bits of it.
Because yeah, like ages of characters, I think like not 100% relevant to the plot, but I think
Right.
I had some theories that didn't pan out.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
I'm
I'd like
interested to
hear
get to that once we get to spoilers. A lot to talk about, even without getting to spoilers, though.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
we were talking about how Glass Onion had such a different structure than Knives Out, and this one again has like a completely different approach to it.
I was so surprised and happy that because I knew that he would want to do that, but I was like, I don't know how he's going to manage to do that. But yeah, like you said, it's like the structure of it was completely new again, which I really appreciated. Oh, who was the main guy in it? The priest,
Josh O'Connor.
Yeah,
so
what do I know him from?
You know him from Challengers. He was one of the dirty doers.
Yes, I remember now. Because I was like, I was a bit distracted by like, did they like put makeup on his ears, or is that just what?
No, that's just what he looks like. Like he just has such a.
Because I was like, these got boxer's ears. So like, did they change the script to make him a boxer like when he was younger to explain his ears, or what?
I don't like I think those are just his natural ears, right? Like, but maybe they're accentuating them a little bit.
Like it literally looked like he had been punched in the ear a lot when he was young.
Yeah, but he's sort of
he was excellent though.
Yeah, he has such an interesting face.
Yeah, he does.
And like it was such a joy to watch him go around.
And like surrounding him with all those like heavy hitting actors, like he was like more than holding his own. He's the lead of the movie, right?
Well, that's what's so interesting about these Knives Out movies is that Benoit Blanc is a supporting character.
Yeah.
And yeah, Josh O'Connor was definitely holding his own against everybody, and like there's so many named actors going down. And that's such a joy with these movies.
Yeah, it's funny again because a part of me is a bit like, oh man, like I love that actor. I wish there was like they had a bigger role, but it's like there's so many roles and people in it. It's like they can't all be major roles. It's like Jeffrey Wright was in like 2 scenes, I think.
Yeah, like and not really involved in the core mystery.
And even like even like Michael Scott, who I love, like he didn't have a lot to do, but everything he did I loved. But like
do you mean Andrew Scott?
Andrew Scott.
Okay, I heard you say Michael Scott twice now, and I'm just like
you're just letting me look like
no, because I was actually I was trying
like he's in the office. Not the guy from The Office.
Yeah, Andrew Scott, who is
Andrew Scott, Jesus,
who was kind of playing like Orson Scott Card, I would say.
Yeah,
in this,
that's a really great show, actually.
Like a once great sci-fi writer who's gone off
the deep end.
Yeah, who like to his credit, he's been off the deep end for long before Trump came on the scene. Yes. Like Glenn Beck era, going off the deep end. But that's another thing. Like 3 times in a row with these movies, they are kind of an examination of MAGA and the alt-right.
That is the one thing I think about these movies is like I don't know how well they'll hold up if like I return to these movies in 20 years or whatever, because they're very much a snapshot of the time we're living in.
Yeah,
but I guess that will still work.
Yeah, like I think they will still because they're not all dependent on those themes, and those themes are all sort of timeless.
That's true.
Like, the first movie really deals with immigration, the second with like fraudster billionaires and and this one is kind of in like, toxic alt-right.
Yeah, it really
internet stuff.
It goes deep into that, man.
In ways that I didn't really anticipate going into it, but I didn't really have much expectations going into this one.
It's just so masterfully done. Like I was a bit concerned about coming at it from the whole religious angle, because that's a difficult thing to do, right? But I think he just did it really well.
Well, and like there's such a great moment in the big round table at the end, which every murder mystery has.
Yeah.
Where like they like Johnson finds a way to go at this in such a thoughtful way where he's clearly telegraphing what his position is, but he's finding a way to do it in a way that's incredibly respectful. I would still say
it's very respectful. That's the word I was gonna say.
So like I think you could be a devout Christian, devout Catholic, and watch this movie and not get offended.
Exactly, and like that's what I mean by it's very difficult to do because he's obviously not saying he agrees with his views, but at the same time he's being, like you say, he's being respectful for it. So that's tricky to do.
Like I believe Blanc says like, no, God is a fiction.
More than once, I think. Yes. Yeah. Oh man. The only one thing that I think was a bit of a misplay, and I don't want to sound harsh, but I didn't really think that Mila Kunis was well cast.
Well, I would completely agree with you. I was going to bring that up as well.
Yeah, that would be my one thing where I was like, I just did not buy her in that role at all.
No, and like
not that she did a bad job or anything, but it just.
I think she sort of did a bad job. Like I
trying to be nice.
I compare her to Lakeith Stanfield in the first one.
Yeah,
who's like
true.
Who's also playing a police officer who is just kind of barely following along.
Yeah.
And like she comes up pretty weak sauce. So like I don't really think much of her as an actor. And
that's kind of what I meant. I think it wasn't playing to her strengths, that role at all. Like
no, like it I imagine Johnson cast her because he was thinking like, this would be great if we can kind of get her to rise up to it. And
she can go against type and show what she can do. Right?
Yeah, she sort of did, but she's also clearly the weakest player there.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It doesn't help that I really don't like her as a person either.
Yeah,
I dislike her and Ashton Kutcher immensely.
Yes, that's fair.
But, I also really dislike Mel Gibson. We were talking about how great of an actor he was at the beginning.
And I have mixed feelings about Jeremy Renner these days as well. It was nice to see him after his accident and stuff, but at the same time, I'm a bit like, oh, but he's a bit problematic.
You have to remind me because or you know what, we could just not
we don't need to get into it because I don't even really remember fully what he did. I just know that he said some problematic stuff. So
yeah, I think it's just like people being online too much.
Yeah, that's definitely what it is.
Yeah. And like very very thematic with the movie.
Yes, exactly.
So there's a key Marvel person in each of these
that's true
movies here.
That's very true.
I guess it helps that everyone has been
in Marvel
movies
at
some point.
It's hard to find an ensemble movie that doesn't have a Marvel guy in it.
There's been 3 people on the core team of the Avengers, assuming that you consider Mark Ruffalo and Ed Norton part of the same character.
That's fair. Okay, so what else? I feel like, is there more we can talk about? Who have we not mentioned?
Well, Kerry Washington.
We've not mentioned a lot of people, actually. I haven't mentioned Glenn Close at this point.
Yeah, like I'm definitely saving for Glenn Close. Kerry Washington was great. I feel like she could have got some more moments even.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like there was a few characters where I felt like they needed more moments, but I don't know how you could do that. Unless you make it 3 hours long or something.
I have a theory about her character I wanted to run by you once we get to spoilers.
If some stuff cut out, maybe?
Maybe it's a thread that he was willing to not explore, and then you can kind of fill in those details. But I'd love to get your 2 cents on that.
Yeah, I'd like to hear about it.
Because she could have got a lot more time. Yeah. Thomas Haden Church could have got a lot more. He's the Sandman. You got to show him some respect. But he was great. Like he was playing a quiet character, so I don't even really mind that.
No.
But definitely a heavy hitter for that kind of role.
Yeah. Like they all got 1 or 2 little beats. Like it's not like anyone was completely underserved. It's just like I think it is just because you like all the actors so much. Like I'd like to see more beats with this character.
Cailee Spaeny, is that how you say her name?
Spaeny.
Yeah. Who's popped up in a lot of movies we've seen lately, and she's a very solid young hitter, and obviously Glenn Close just knocks it out of the park. She's just so good all the damn time. It's
she was so good in this as well.
Yeah.
So many great performances in this movie, man. It's crazy.
Have we missed someone?
I What's his name? Who played the
Psy.
Psy.
Yeah, I don't think I know
I
his
didn't
name.
recognize him very well either, but
Um,
he was great too.
I'm sure we've seen him in something before,
no
but
doubt, no doubt.
trying to think of somebody else. But yeah, like like almost everybody is usually the best actor in everything that they're
Well,
in.
that's just it, right? They could have all led a different movie very easily.
And like, give lots of credit to Johnson for finding really creative ways to keep this an interesting character. And I love murder mysteries. I love being surprised by murder mysteries. And
well, that's that might be a good segue before we get into spoilers, because I think you mentioned that like it was a like they got Netflix bought it up for a 2-picture deal. Is that right?
yeah,
I know you wanted to get into Netflix stuff, so maybe we can do that before we
thank you
get
for
into
the
spoilers.
reminder. Yeah, after 2019's Knives Out, Netflix bought the rights to the next 2 Knives Out movies.
I was going to ask you. I don't know if
$100 million.
If there's more planned or
a
deal in place.
So those 2 were the only ones that Johnson signed on for, and
because I think Daniel Craig said he'd happily play Benoit Blanc forever.
Yeah, and so Rian Johnson, ever since he signed that Netflix deal, then I assume moved into a gigantic mansion, has sort of been like crying from the rooftops that Netflix doesn't put movies in theaters.
Yeah, he's been dabbing his tears with his $100 bills.
Yeah, well, exactly. And it's interesting watching the discourse online, because people like largely have that attitude. It's like, well, like you signed a deal with the devil and then you're angry at it. But
he's trying to reclaim some credibility, man. Like,
well, I think I would assume that he thought he could have some more pull with Netflix.
You can take the money and still be upset if it doesn't go the way you like it to go.
I think he thought I could persuade them that this could make a lot of money in theaters, so that they would put it in more theaters.
Yep.
And we've talked about this a lot on the podcast before, and I am just so befuddled at the fact
nice word.
The fact that Netflix spends upwards of $100 million on movies.
Yeah.
Like they did this with The Irishman, they did this with Roma. And now they've done this with 2 Knives Out movies,
right?
Where they spend all this crazy money on movies that would do really well if they put it in theaters. And for whatever reason, they still say like, oh yeah, we'll do like limited release, get some buzz going, then put it right up on Netflix right away. Leaving, like, for a movie like this, they're probably leaving at least $300 million on the table.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because I don't know. I don't know if that's true anymore. Like, would people come out for a Knives Out movie to the theater anymore?
Well, the first Knives Out movie made like $500 million.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But how long ago was that though?
Well, that was 6 years ago.
Exactly.
But you're right. Like things have changed.
It's definitely been a downward trend. So,
but where they have put these movies in theaters, they completely sell out every single showing, and like people are clamoring to see them, but they only release them in 200 theaters for a couple weeks, and then that's it.
Only on one screen in our where we are.
So like even if they're just recouping some of the money and then releasing it 2 months later, they're at least like making some money off of this.
Yeah,
and
it's a weird. Their business plan is very weird. I must admit,
they are right that people who don't want to go to movies are not going to go out and see Knives Out. Yeah. But those same people will watch Knives Out on Netflix 2 months from now if they released it like that.
And I think that's the crux of it. I think they know that they're a streaming platform first and foremost, and people are going to want to watch it on their streaming platform, and they want to promote their streaming platform. They don't want people to spend the money in the theater. They want people to spend their money on subscriptions.
But the people who would spend money at the theater already have a Netflix subscription. I feel like I'm screaming this from the rooftop. Like, those people already have Netflix subscription. They will watch it on Netflix again after they go watch it in the movie theater. The people who only watch things on Netflix will still watch it on Netflix later.
I see your point.
I don't understand the business model. I just do not understand it.
I don't understand it either, but I think they seem to think that it's either an either or.
Yeah.
And they just decided streaming is the way to do it, and they're not interested in theatrical release.
Because, like, Because it's these freaking tech dorks who don't want to go outside. I honestly think that's what it is.
Well, I don't know if it's that, Trevor, because
No, it
if
is.
If you look, like the theater attendances has been steadily declining for a long time, and I
Yeah,
don't think it's always just doors.
And Netflix has been killing it.
Yeah, it has, but every studio has, and the reason is just because people are not interested to go to the movies anymore.
Yeah, but people want to go to the movies still for spectacle. They still want to go to movies for like big names, and like there's still times where people go out and see it. And if you have to do a more limited release to hedge your losses against that, you're still making some money in the movie theater.
I mean, I guess.
Like, but how does releasing it for 2 months before
understand.
Netflix, how does that hurt how well it does on streaming? Doesn't it give it more legitimacy when it goes on streaming?
Yeah, I mean,
I know, like, you basically agree with me. I'm not arguing with you.
No, it's fine. I know you're getting heated, and it sounds like I'm arguing with you, but I'm just trying to keep it calm. But I do agree with you, but at the same time, I think that it's not just a Netflix problem. I think it's a general problem with the movie industry at large.
I completely agree with you,
and I think it all. And I do think they probably do have the data to back it up.
No, I don't think they have the data.
And I think it comes down to cents and dollars, man. It comes down to like, where do they want to spend their money, and where do they think they're going to get their returns from? And they don't think they're going to get the returns from theatrical release.
No,
so they don't do it.
I don't think the data's on their side. I think the data would show that for a movie like, what is this called again?
Wake Up
Dead Man. I kind of understand why they say
mystery.
I kind of understand why they say Knives Out Mystery. It's hard to remember these names.
It's called a Benoit Blanc mystery. That's what I'm saying. Benoit Blanc in Wake Up Dead Man.
I think their data would show, between paying Johnson and all the, the actors' fees and the production or whatever, if we put this in theaters, we could make, X% of profit. But it would hurt the overall mission. And the overall mission is, we don't like movie theaters. We want people to watch in their home.
Yeah, well, also the big thing is they don't want to pay to promote it, right? They don't want to pay for the market. They don't want the marketing bill to do a big push to get people out. Because I didn't see I've not seen any kind of marketing for this movie being in theaters. Because they probably haven't spent a dime on it.
Yeah, I don't think they've spent anything.
Because they don't. But that's what it'd be like. They're going to pump $100 million into marketing this movie for theater when they know they could just let it go on streaming and it's fine.
Yeah, but obviously, you're right. That goes in the calculation of how many theaters it goes to and whatever. But I still don't think it's a cost benefit analysis. I think that their goal is to put movie theaters out of business.
That's pretty nefarious.
No, I think that Netflix is nefarious. Here we go. And they can come at me if they want to. Please don't.
Someone does have a Netflix account in the car.
No, I actually don't. I've gotten rid of it. But anyways, the news of Netflix buying Warner Brothers
does that like a dagger in your heart then?
It's really the worst possible outcome.
Well, it's not the worst possible outcome.
It is the worst.
At least it's not been sold to like the Saudis to whitewash it all to death.
Honestly,
come on, Trevor, that was not a better option. Behave yourself.
If the Saudis would agree to put Man of Tomorrow in a wide theatrical release,
oh boy,
then maybe that would be better.
Is that your concern? You think everything's just going to be done now? No more new, no new Warner Brothers movies in theaters.
Well, like they own some pretty good IPs. Is the problem?
They do.
And this past year, especially, they've taken some huge swings on projects like Sinners and One Battle After Another, just like the two big ones off the top of your head, where they give these auteurs some big money to take some big swings, filming things either in 70mm IMAX or VistaVision, and I don't see.
That's a good point.
I don't see Ted from Netflix giving these people that kind of money to put art up on the screen.
They gave Marty a lot of money
because they were trying to buy cachet. They've bought. they have the cachet now.
Fair enough.
Like they're not paying Scorsese to make. They're not paying Scorsese to make The Irishman again.
No, I guess that's true.
So that's my big
that's
rant.
pretty
Like
doom and gloom, but
this,
I hope it's not that bad. But
well,
I can't argue that it won't be. It is quite concerning. I must say that.
because like you are always worried about movie theaters.
Yes,
Like
I
you,
am. I'm very concerned about it. And they keep and like the reports you hear is they flip flop, right? Like COVID started the train towards shorter theatrical windows, more things straight to streaming, and they were all gung ho about going that direction, and then they all kind of pulled back on that when they realized it was a terrible idea. But now they keep flip flopping on like what they want to do, and they are very much like that's what I mean. It's all very much a cost benefit analysis on every movie and what's best for that, without really thinking about the long term damage that it's doing to movie going experience in general. So yeah, I'm very worried about that.
but like, and Warner Brothers was the perfect example of that
Yeah.
because during COVID they like, and I think most studios were saying like, well, Netflix keeps doing it. Like they must know something that we don't know.
Right.
So let's do day and date release, which everyone at the time was saying, hey, that's a really bad idea. And people are like, well, you know what? Netflix keeps doing it and they haven't gone bankrupt yet.
Well, when Disney put out Disney Plus, that was a big shift.
And it's honestly been nothing but a mistake for them for the most part. Like
pretty much.
they've lost money and they've completely watered down the Marvel brand.
They've totally damaged a lot of their brands, and Pixar and Marvel and all the things that were going gangbusters at this.
I know they were doing so great before Disney Plus, and like Disney Plus has had some good content, but for the most part, it's been bad for overall movie quality.
Like a lot's just it. Yeah.
I didn't mean for this to turn into such doom and gloom.
I felt like you needed to get it out of your system, though, Trevor.
I really did, but because
people are screaming at the podcast, going, "Can you please talk about the end of this movie?"
Yeah. I will. But so I'll just say, like this podcast is a love letter to movie theaters.
I thought you were going to say an enemy of Netflix officially.
We are an enemy of Netflix. This like, because this is about going to the movies. This is what this podcast is about.
Yes.
And if we are in the last 10 years of movie theaters, then like
we'll be a time capsule relic of the olden days when people used to drive to go see a movie. What are these guys crazy?
I was gonna say we're like the orchestra on the Titanic, just playing as the ship goes down.
Keep watching that movie as you submerge into the icy depths.
Okay, should we go into spoilers?
Let's do it.
I feel like we went on a huge tangent there.
Yeah, we did, but I feel like you feel better, so I'm happy.
I actually feel worse, but better also.
Okay.
So we're in spoilers now. I feel like Glenn Close confessing her sins at the end of that.
Beautiful segue.
So the moment that Blanc said, you know, I'm really looking for that great checkmate moment where I corner my opponent and then do that. I started wondering, how are they actually going to do that now? Because he's calling out how these movies usually go.
Yeah, that's what I was alluding to earlier. What like they did it all the way through the movie, where they actually bring up like, oh, all these books that actually tell you how these things happen. Like, because that's how it is now. It's like, oh, if you know there's a murder in a sealed room, there's literally been dozens of books and shows and movies that have done that. It's been done before. There's only 4 different ways you can do it. So, like, but the way that he did that, but then still made it pay off and work well, it was just so amazingly done.
Yeah, and like, so the one that they mentioned was The Murder of Roger Ackroyd, which is an Agatha Christie novel.
Okay.
And one of the, can I spoil this?
Spoil Agatha
book
Christie?
For you?
Sure.
Okay, and I want to warn people, you know, can you spike this here so we can put in a thing? This is spoiler for The Murder of Roger Ackroyd, which might be the best Christie book. It's really great.
Okay. I'll just forget anyway.
So a device, like the entire book is from the perspective of the doctor, who is like the local doctor in the town who's assisting Poirot, who's assisting in the murder. And so he's writing the book. He's writing it because Poirot asked him to.
Right.
It turns out he is the murderer, and that's how he found it out from writing in the book and seeing how he phrased certain things.
So they just lifted that.
They used that device in there, but then
clever.
Because he was the doctor, that's when I started suspecting Jeremy Renner. But I actually thought it was going to go down a completely different path than it actually went down.
Right. So you didn't guess it then.
Well, no.
And he does that really well by like, you might guess one thing, but then he'll just throw like 5 or 6 different things that also happen. And you're like, oh crap, I didn't think of that.
Because I assume every single person is going to guess this has to do something with the resurrection. Someone's going to come out of that tomb.
Yeah, that was
the end.
that was very telegraphed. I mean, the name of the movie is Wake Up Dead Man,
Yeah.
so it was obvious that someone was coming out of that tomb.
I was like, for the first part, I was like pretty confident and hoping it wasn't going to be this, like that Josh Brolin actually wasn't dead.
Yeah, I kept trying to figure out how they were gonna explain that because I was like convinced that he was gonna be like, oh, he did that thing where he pretended to stop his heart, but he was actually alive. I'm like, I don't know how that's the case because they were flipping around on that table and he had a giant dagger in him.
Well, I
was
had
for real dead.
I had a lot of theories about parentage in this movie.
Okay,
And my working theory was that he had, a brother who he had killed instead.
Oh.
And there was some switcheroo going on.
like an evil twin.
Yeah, but then
Oh, that would have been hilarious.
But then I thought, no, you know what? It's not going to be that because they did twin stuff in Glass Onion, so they're not going to do that again.
Very, very good point.
And then I thought, like, for a while, I'm like, oh yeah, maybe he was faking it or something. And then like they had the body in the morgue and just like body slamming him back. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm pretty sure he is.
I love that they
he is
specifically did that scene just to show you that no, this guy is dead. He's literally like got no blood left in his body, and we're flipping him around and looking at his stab wound like he's dead.
And then my working theory went to, he was planning his death and resurrection, but then someone disrupted it.
Right. Yeah.
But then it wasn't that at all. So like they kept surprising me.
Yeah. And
the only constant is like I'm pretty sure that Jeremy Renner is in on it.
Yeah, he just looks shifty the whole time.
Yeah. Well, no, and because of the Roger Ackroyd thing and being a doctor.
I see. I mean, the doctor's always involved, especially when you start getting into like drugs and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, well, and like I also was thinking, so the age thing.
Okay.
Because Glenn Close is like 10 or 15 years older actually than Josh Brolin is.
Right.
I thought that she was actually going to be the mom, and
okay.
that's part of the story is that
that
she just reformed and like she was actually
she was the harlot.
Yeah,
that would have been interesting.
And the other thing that I think is still left as a thread is that they didn't mention who Sai's mom was, and I think it was Kerry Washington. I think that was actually his biological mom. And he had an affair with her as a teenager.
No way.
Okay.
I could. That doesn't make any sense. Because
why
would have she been so angry about it then? Because her whole arc was that she was angry that she was forced to raise this kid and he wasn't even related to her.
Okay, I think you're right.
So that was that's why at the end she was like, "Well, fuck you then. Just get out, and I'm gonna start smoking and living my actual life because I've wasted my life on this dick. There's nothing to do with me."
I was thinking that it would be like she had trusted that this was like a good person and then she was just going along with it. But then maybe it is just one more pill to swallow. I don't know.
No, I didn't get that at all.
Okay. Well, that was my theory.
But I like your theory though.
Yeah.
But I also don't agree with it.
No, it's okay. I don't really agree with it anymore either.
Fair enough.
What were you thinking?
About the mystery?
About the mystery, yeah.
I was a bit I had no idea, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. I was happily befuddled. I never put two and two together that they like Josh Brolin and what's his name, Sandman, like looked quite similar.
Oh, Thomas Haden Church, yeah.
Like, and at the end, I felt quite dumb. Cause like, I guess like if they stood next to each other, they would kind of look very similar. It's like it never came to my mind that was him in the two. I was like so confused about who that could be. Because I was like, how is there someone in the tube? I don't understand. But I never put it together that it could be him.
I thought there had to be like some secret tunnel that goes.
Yeah,
to the
that's where my mind was going. Like
that.
Someone tunneled in or something, but that just seemed kind of silly.
Yeah, the diamond was pretty hard to predict too.
Yeah,
like they didn't exactly telegraph that.
No, that was a bit of a rug pull for sure. Because there was a very much like and because I knew that was going to come up, but like the inheritors was always going to come up, and that's what they were all after in the end, and that's why all this shit happened. But to make it just like an actual thing that they were trying to get out of the dead body in the crypt was a pretty smart way to do it. Which was kind of seemed like a pretty like unnecessary thing for that priest to do. Like he swallowed the diamond and then immediately died. So I'm assuming that didn't help, or if not, caused his death.
Either that killed him, or he deliberately like poisoned himself or something.
Yeah, but like either of those things just seem a bit like why would you do that?
It's pretty spiteful people that we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if he was like, I'm gonna put this in a place they'll never find it, which is in my stomach in a mausoleum. I mean, I feel like them just saying I'll throw it in the ocean is probably a better plan. You just done that and gone on with your life.
I think he just got his jollies by knowing it would be so close. Like
yeah, I guess so.
the fucking Tom Sawyer thing is like, oh, I'm gonna see them. My stupid daughter's never gonna find this.
It just seems really, really spiteful. If you're about to die, like, why do you care anyway? If you're dead?
Religious person has a lot of spite
I guess
and
that's
doing
fair.
things for the wrong reasons, completely unaligned with the teachings of the church that they belong to.
I did kind of like the reveal that Glenn Close as a child was a bit of a psycho.
Well, and
like laughing as that lady was like beating the crap out of her. I was like, oh my word.
I'm glad they got her to admit that she had murdered the daughter too,
Yes,
because that would just be like, it just wasn't believable.
No.
And like, but to go back to that like j'accuse scene.
Accuse.
I think that it was just such a brilliant moment of writing because Johnson plays it that like, I could do this as a complete takedown
and it would be,
and use it to attack religion, but then he's like, you know what? I don't want to do that because
his own road to Damascus moment, and then he's like realizes that doesn't need to do that.
And just them having that moment in private as a confession is way more satisfying than him just standing at the altar and just like booming it down at someone.
Yeah, it's a really smart bit of writing, and he's a great writer. I'm just going to throw it out there.
Yeah, he's one of the best, and I'm sorry people don't like the whole
let's not bring
the
that
whole maneuver or whatever. And I don't think that's
the Holdo or whatever it was.
Yeah, Holdo maneuver.
Holdo maneuver.
I don't think it was good writing either, but it was a great moment in the cinema.
He threw some shit at the wall in that one. That's fair.
It did.
That whole Canto Bright shit, I mean, was a bit...
I don't think anything on Canto Bright was good in that movie. I think that stuff wasn't good.
Yeah, well, let's not go down that avenue again.
Anytime we were with Finn in that movie, I don't really like it, except for at the end when Rose knocks him off of the thing. I like that moment.
That was pretty nice.
But yeah, Johnson, usually a pretty damn good writer. He's written a few mysteries now, at least 4.
Yeah. Maybe because that's my worry, because I'm like, if they're going to do more of these movies, like, that's a pretty tall order for a guy to be able to just keep writing satisfying mysteries like that. I mean, I guess...
I don't know, he's probably got the time.
Yeah, Agatha Christie wrote like fucking dozens of books, so I guess he could probably...
Well, this one was really kind of flexing, like, his knowledge of the genre and like playing with that and playing with expectations. Super fun. Anything that we're not really talking about now that we're in spoilers?
Did we forget to mention anything about spoilers? Was there anybody who was just not involved at all? I guess the son, Sai, I guess wasn't, but he kind of was, because he kind of forced him to.
He told him to burn everybody.
But I mean, he didn't do anything illegal.
The moment where
he's just a big dick.
The moment when Andrew Scott is like, anything that you say or you do, we're completely behind you.
It was so on the nose, but it was so good.
And then he's like, you are terrible. You are a fraud and you're a bad writer. No one respects you anymore. And he's like, what's happening?
Yeah, but he's still on board.
And yeah, like each movie has sort of come at Trumpism, but like
this one was very
and like especially with like the stuff going on lately of like, literally anything he says and like humiliating people beyond belief. They still
like throwing people right under the bus, and they're under the bus going, "It's okay, I still believe,"
because they all secretly like it.
And they know, and they all really well, and they all know. Yeah. Oh man, it's so well done. I guess his character wasn't really involved. He was just kind of an idiot.
Actually,
Did he do anything?
No.
He wasn't involved in the conspiracy at all.
So he wasn't involved, and neither was.
It was mostly
Cailee.
It was mostly Jeremy Renner and Glenn Close, but mostly them, really.
Yeah, it was just them, right?
Oh, but no, actually, Sai had he pressed the button to make it bleed, right? So he must have been involved. Yeah, he did the RF switch.
I thought that was. I don't think so, because he was counting on that guy getting the jewel and them being a political dynasty together.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it was Renner who pressed the...
It must have been Renner, you're right.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense for it to have been...
And they mentioned Star Wars in this movie, too. They're just like, just like the Rebels.
That was amazing. Because that's like another thing that's talked about a lot, is like people misconstrue who the good guys and the bad guys are in the movie and who they represent.
Well, people still don't understand that... the rebels in Star Wars are the Viet Cong.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I think I was like, it was definite nod to that.
Yeah, like the U.S. are the bad people in that one.
Oh. All right. Anyway, should we wrap it up?
I think we got, yeah. And I'm sorry for talking about Netflix
That's
so
okay.
much. It just really drives me crazy.
It's okay. This is a great movie, though. Well done, Netflix. You did it again.
Yeah, I don't think that they had anything to do with production-wise, except saying like, hey, you got to be able to watch it on a phone. It's still got to look good on the phone.
Yeah, it was a good-looking movie.
It was.
He's a good director as well as a good writer.
Yeah, I don't know who the
He's just
DP
been
is.
shining his knob the whole time. I don't know.
The guy's never
DP?
done anything wrong. Yeah, I
No.
think it's been the same guy for most of his movies. Let me just.
I noticed that does his brother do the composing and stuff?
Yeah, he's worked with his brother for like his entire
That's pretty.
life.
That's
right?
pretty nice.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, keep it in the family. Why not? All right, you look it
Let me
up who the DP is.
Yeah, I just Googled Rian Johnson. I don't know why that would immediately bring me to my.
It's a
Okay.
good effort. It's a good effort.
Okay. Cinematography, Steve Yedlin, mostly known for working with Rian Johnson.
He's got his friends and his brothers, and he's just like, he knows what he's doing.
He's also worked on San Andreas. I wouldn't say
No.
a good-looking movie, and Carrie, which I assume is the new one, which I haven't seen.
Yeah, I've not seen that either.
No. I think maybe they're friends or something. Like they go back
I get
a ways.
the impression that he's very much one of those guys where like he has his friends and he brings people in and they're part of the family. He met Mila Kunis at a party and was like, I'm going to put you in my movie because I like you. For some reason.
I like the way you
That's why.
stood by Danny Masterson during
He
everything.
was really brave. Anyway.
Well, if we're not going to get sued by Netflix, we're going to just get sued by Danny
Yeah, we've
Masterson
been
now,
we've
right?
been like taking people to task on this episode, man. Like, we've been really like
We're like Josh Brolin sitting there pointing at people
fiery
in the pews,
just like fiery vitriol for everybody in a way.
yelling at that single mother and that gay couple for coming into the church. Oh
So
my
brutal.
Oh my gosh.
All right, should we wrap it up then?
Let's wrap it up next
right.
week. Next week we're
Next
talking
week,
Black Christmas and
We're gonna do Horror Christmas next.
Silent Night, Deadly Night. Is that
Yeah, sure.
the remake?
Yeah,
that we're seeing?
yeah,
Okay.
that's the remake. Yeah, so
I actually need to watch the original.
Yeah, maybe-
I've never seen it.
maybe we'll do that. So it's 2 movies for homework this week, Trevor.
Okay. Is that a Christmas movie? Is that a Christmas horror movie too?
Yeah.
I assume so.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I've never
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, I think the original was quite popular, but it's not really my genre we've talked about in the past, so let's watch both.
I'm gonna do my homework.
Me
That's for
too,
sure.
yeah.
Okay.
We'll get into it. All right, well, until then, damn you, Netflix. And that's the final word.